just had a great love of, I wanted to learn French. And I knew how wonderful French cuisine was, and I wanted to learn, have a chance to have some good meals.
I loved French when I was in junior high school. I really enjoyed my teacher, and I had a teacher who really inspired me to love languages. And she opened up my eyes to try something new and different.
I fell in love with French in high school, and I wanted to pursue French and become fluent in the language.
I wanted to explore the world outside the United States, and I'd never been outside of the country before and really was interested in learning a new language and doing it in an immersion setting.
I decided to study abroad out of jealousy, just pure unmitigated jealousy, because in my Latin class there was a girl who'd been part of the first class in Italy, and she and the professor would just speak constantly about ruins and reliquaries and little bits in Italian, and I just couldn't abide it. I had to go.
Why wouldn't I have decided to go to Italy for a year? It was phenomenal. It was the best experience that I've ever had. I've grown up my entire life in Los Angeles, and this was the first opportunity that I could actually be on my own, feel the independence. Lived with an Italian family who I couldn't communicate it with at first because I didn't know Italian, but slowly but surely I was able to at first talk with the 3-year-old and then the 5-year-old, and then finally the parents, and we could have a conversation.
Really looking for a new experience. I had already been to Spain once before in my life for a month, and it was probably the best summer I'd ever had.
I'm going to Spain and I'm fluent in Spanish already. Definitely one kind of extroverted goal of mine is to be able to speak Spanish like 100% and have that be that. I'm almost 16, I don't really know what I want to do in life, and I'm hoping that this will kind of clear up more things for me, and I learned a little bit more about myself and how to be independent.
I'm American-born Chinese, so I really wanted to reconnect with my heritage. That's what intrigued me about SYA China.
Language, speak it fluently. I was placed in the highest level of Chinese, so very rigorous learning experience, but the culture, the experience, it's all unforgettable.
It's influenced me in every way. It's just part of who I am. It changed my whole outlook on the world. It taught me that there's much more to the world than our little home, our little place. It taught me to appreciate differences and to look to the world for more things.
The job that I eventually got with the U.S. State Department, I work with what's called the International Visitor Leadership Program, and we invite these guests to come for a three-week professional visit. And we've had over 200 alumni become president and prime minister. In fact, Monsieur Sarkozy came when he was the mayor of Neuilly-sur-Seine, and then 20, 30 years later, now he's president. Tony Blair came when he was 28. So it's a very, very great program, and I've spent 31 years involved with it. And a lot of it I attribute going back to my year in France.
Were once foreign to me, the language, the food, the culture, the people. They're now a home away from home that I have on the other side of the globe.
It has influenced my life considerably, forever. I mean, I still go back. I still know my host family. I've sent my daughter off to Spain, and it's the best year of my life still.
It changed my life because I continued to pursue French. I went abroad in college, and then I actually lived in France for a year after college teaching English and just fell in love with the country, fell in love with the culture, fell in love with the people, and I think it'll be a part of my life forever.
We know how to speak French.
Very big influence in my future career. I knew I'd always go back to France. I took a lot of risks and a lot of chances, but I was introduced to French language and culture. I also was introduced to the bicycle. And when college was over, I came back to France and I rode for a French bicycle team for a few years. And then I married a French woman. My life became entwined with France.
It made me more independent because my family is very coddling and sheltering and didn't get that. My new family was great, but they definitely pushed me out the door and said fly.
SYA really influenced my life because I really got to a completely different family, a completely different culture, and it just helped me to be able to interact with all types of different people, to live with all types of different people, and to just get to know my way around in a completely different culture.
SYA influenced my life mostly in that I came back with a different perspective. There is life outside of the United States, and it just feels like I have more opportunity understanding all.
It influenced my life in a lot of ways. I'm currently majoring in Italian and completing my honors thesis at University of Colorado Boulder. I'm fluent in Italian, I use it in my everyday life, and I hope to return either to SYA to work there or return to Italy and work there as well.
I loved Europe. I just stayed in Europe and I went to every single dance program there was in Europe. I went back to Italy 7 times to train with an Italian teacher that I'd met there. Felt comfortable exploring the world. Middle Eastern, it seemed scary, so I just went by myself to Abu Dhabi and Kuwait and like, we're off the limit.
I decided to allow Bria to go based on the fact that she sought the opportunity. If she had the initiative to find the opportunity, then she was certainly prepared to go.
So our daughter chose SYI. She found it on the web through friends, I'm not sure exactly, Facebook probably, and decided she wanted to go and advocated for herself, did most of the application herself, and felt it was a real good fit for her, so we supported her. It's great.
We decided to let our son study abroad because he really wanted to study abroad. He really wanted the experience of living in a different country.
I grew up in another country, and I had the benefit of experiencing life in the Caribbean at a young age and coming to the United States. So I had 2 perspectives, and I thought it was a really awesome opportunity for a child to experience another culture. I think when you do that, you have a great appreciation for the culture you're experiencing and also for your own. So I was glad that there was some program that existed that would allow a child to go in a safe environment when they're young and probably not quite so wise. You can go and study another culture, experience so many things, learn another language, and come back enriched. So I said yes.